Hello, my dear students. Are you ready for our class? I hope you're ready. I am Lynden Arapoc Mancera from Marber National High School, your teacher for this session. Before we'll start our class, let us first have our opening prayer through a video presentation. And I want you to contemplate as we ask for God's guidance and music.
Smiling at your birth and has a purpose for your life. Come, my friend, stop for a while. Life must be more than just existing. A carousel ride. Shall we end while we began? Tell me so I'll understand. Let us begin to live this life. Let us together seek its purpose. Life is not a pointless venture. Eternity is for sure. Open up and receive this truth in your heart, that God was smiling at your birth and has a purpose for your life. I know the plans I made for you, plans for goodness, says the Lord. Made to last forever, and heaven is our home. Let us begin to live this life. Let us together seek its purpose. Life is not a pointless venture. Eternity is for sure. Open up and receive this truth in your heart, that God was smiling at your birth and has a purpose for your life. Let us begin to live this life. Let us together seek its purpose. Life is not a pointless venture. Eternity is for sure.
Amen. I have here a food for thought from Ellen G. White in her book Education, page 57. Let's read it together. The greatest want of the world is the want of man. Men who will not be bought or sold. Men who in their inmost souls are true and honest. Men who do not fear to call sin by its right name. Men whose conscience is as true to duty as needle to the pole. Men who will stand for the right though the heavens fall. I hope you will be guided by this food for thought as you make right decisions in life. Do you want to have a game? Yes, let's have a word game or a fast food game. The instruction is the food items you can choose are hidden within the word after each number. Your clues are the given meanings. Identify the word based on the given clue. Example, the word is chamber and the given clue is cured pork. The answer is ham. Are you ready to play our game? Okay, let's start. Number 1, the word is bundle and the clue is small roll. The answer is correct, bun, B-U-N, bun. Number 2, a crustacean from the word scrabble. The answer is yes, it's a crab. Number 3, from the word shamua with a clue, a leg of pork. Alright, it's a ham. Number 4, the clue is baked food. It's of course, a pie. Number 5, it's a fruit. Yes, very good. It's a pear. Next is number 6, a green plant with edible seeds. Correct, peas. Number 7, the word is begging and the given clue is reproductive body laid by animal. Surely it's an egg. Number 8, it is a flesh of animal. Okay, a meat. 9, from the word jamboree, which is a fruit processed. Yes, a jam. Number 10, a pastry. Correct, a tart. Thank you so much for your active participation. I hope you like our game. At this time, we're going to discuss about citing textual evidence from Module 5 of Quarter 3. Please give me your undivided attention so that you will learn and understand our lesson. We also have our objectives for this topic. At the end of this lesson, learners will be able to, number 1, learn another important thing that will help them understand better a text or selection. 2, enable to cite evidence to support a general statement. 3, boost their independence with encoding and comprehension as emerging excellent readers. And 4, cite evidence in the text to support their thoughts and opinion. I hope and pray that we'll be able to meet all these objectives for this topic. Let us start with an activity. In the slide, you have seen an image. The image is depicting or trying to reveal an issue. I know you have the knowledge about it because this was one of the hottest issues the other year. What you're going to do is to observe and look at the picture closely so that you can answer the given questions found in the slide. Question number 1. What is the message being conveyed by the image? Number 2. What elements from the image can you find to support your answer? Example. In question number 1, the message being conveyed in the image is all about President Duterte ordered the founders of CAPA and Region for their stopped operation because they illegally operated through money scheme. Number 2, the elements from the image to support the answer are the messages that are being conveyed for interpretation, the figure that represents its texture or a pattern that expresses ideas from the viewers. I know you can do it. You can now do the activity given. Thank you for trying your best. The activity that you have done is an sample of how to locate evidences from the image which support a specific idea. This is what we call citing evidences, a process on how you're going to give facts that you have been seen or observed. From those evidences, you can be able to support your particular idea that you need to give. Citing or giving evidences are proofs to support your general ideas so that it becomes true or factual and not fake or false ideas. Later on, you're also given another activity that will help you improve, develop, or enhance your comprehension or understanding skill. You can also explore or discover more on citing evidences to support again your general statements. Which means, if you understand what you are reading, you can easily give or get evidence so that your general statements will truly be supported with facts. Lastly, knowing the answer to a particular question is an important thing, but you need to justify or defend what you are thinking, especially when you cite evidences from the text, because citing evidences from the text is entirely different type of skill from citing evidences taken from images. To understand easily some difficult terms from the lesson, we will unlock these words. The first one is text, refers to the original words of something written, printed, or spoken in contrast to summary or paraphrase. Summarizing and paraphrasing is to reword or use your own words based on that text. Evidence means proof of the existence or truth of something, must be based on facts. Textual evidence deals with facts in writing and the strategies used to figure out whether or not the information is factual or to support claims. Facts are taken from the text used as evidence. Fisher in 2017 said that citing textual evidences means citing proof in reading. Citing textual evidence requires students to look back into the text for evidence or proofs. Your proofs will be your supporting ideas, answer to your questions, or if you make a claim. Why citing textual evidences is an important skill? Of course, students, it is so important due to our mass media at this present time is exposing critical issues which are harmful to readers or viewers. That's why you are taught on how to cite evidences so that you will not be easily convinced. Instead, think and weigh whether that certain issue is good or bad. You must be wise thinkers. It is also another means that you students can promote or develop your higher level of thinking skill. You will know how to make wise choices in life. To be guided more on how to cite evidences effectively, there are tips provided. First, read and understand. How to do it? Read the text many times, observe images until finally you understand what you are reading. Second, you must answer questions previously earned or knowledge in the past and connect to the present learning you gain. By doing, it provides support in the reader's thinking process. Third, from the text, citing evidences can support your thoughts and opinions, which means what you read from the text can open your minds, then can create new ideas. From the evidence, you can express your answer by rewording or paraphrasing. You can also do direct quoting or use the original statement from the text. Yet many prefer paraphrasing because it can be easily understood by others. That's for number 4. It's time for you to apply what you have learned from this lesson. We'll read a selection entitled, What is an Educated Filipino? By Francisco Benitez. Make sure you understand what you are reading so that you can answer the given activity. Are you ready to read? Now let's read. The educated Filipino should first be distinguished by the power to do. The Oriental excels in reflective thinking. He is a philosopher. The Occidental is a doer. He manages things, men, and affairs. The Filipino of today needs more and more to translate reflection to action. I believe we are coming more and more to the conviction that no Filipino has the right to be considered educated unless he is prepared and ready to take an active and useful participation in the work, life, and progress of our country, as well as in the progress of the world. The part two embraces the ability to produce enough to support oneself and contribute to the economic development of the Philippines. Undoubtedly, a man may be and often is an efficient producer of economic goods, and at the same time, he may not be educated. But on the other hand, should we consider a man who utterly unable to support himself and is economic burden to the society in which he lives as educated merely because he possesses the superficial graces of culture? I hope no one will understand me as saying that the only sign of economic efficiency is the ability to produce material goods, for useful social participation may take the form of any of the valuable services rendered to society through such institutions as the home, the school, the church, and the government. The mother, for example, who takes good care of her children, prepares wholesome meals, trains them in morals and right conduct at home, renders efficient service to the country as well as the statesman or the captain of industry. I would not make the part to do the final and only test of the educated Filipino, but I believe that in our present situation, it is fundamental and basal. The educated Filipino in the second place should be distinguished not only by his knowledge of the past and current events in the world's progress, but more especially by his knowledge of his race, his people, and his country, and his love of the truth and ideals that our people have learned to cherish. Our character, our culture, and our national history are the core of our national life, and consequently, our education. I would not have the educated Filipino ignore the culture and history of other lands, but can he afford to be ignorant of the history and culture of his own country and yet call himself educated? The educated Filipino in the third place must have ingrained in his speech and conduct those elements that are everywhere recognized as the accompaniments and morality, so that possessing the capacity of self-entertainment and study, he may not be at the mercy of the pleasures of the senses or a burden to himself when alone. There are, then, at least three characteristics which I believe to be the evidence of the educated Filipino: the power to do, to support himself and contribute to the wealth of our people, acquaintance with the world's progress, especially with that of his race, people, and community, together with the love of our best ideals and traditions, and refined manners and moral conduct, as well as the power of growth. Well, we are done reading. Have you understood what you are reading? Of course, you need so that they can answer the task for you. Just remember, educated Filipinos are always strong and can be able to adjust and be proud wherever we go. We will proceed to this activity. There are three questions for you to answer. You have to give your own responses based on your own ideas from the text and cite text evidences. Question number 1. What are the traits of the Filipino? Number 2, the essay mentioned the blend of the East and the West in the Filipino. What of the Oriental and of the Occidental did the Filipino get? Number 3, what is the importance of knowing and being acquainted with the native history and culture of one's country. Example. In question number 1, response, as an educated Filipino, I must be a person who will love my country, my people, and I will be proud as a Filipino wherever I go. It must be seen through my right manners and conduct. I must be proud of my culture and tradition. I know how to help my countrymen whenever they need help. Must do my best for the progress of the country, Philippines, as well as of the world. For text evidence, number 1, power to do. 2, to support himself. 3, contribute for the wealth of our people. And 4, acquainted to the world's progress, especially with that of his race, people, and the community, and together with the love of our best ideals, traditions, refined manners, and conduct, as well as the power of growth. For number 2, response, as educated Filipino, I must show to the world that I have the capability of excelling my skills and talents which will be globally competitive. Evidence from the text. Oriental excels in reflective thinking as philosopher. Occidental is a doer, manages things, men, and affairs. 3. In order for me not to be ignorant and uneducated Filipino, I must be knowledgeable about all the background, the origin, and native history, culture, and traditions of my native land so that I can share it to the world and be proud that Filipino is unique. For evidence, core of national life, character, culture, and national history, and education. I would not have the educated Filipino ignore the culture and history of other lands, but can he afford to be ignorant of the history and culture of his own country and yet call himself educated? Now it's time for you to make your own. Just be guided on the given example. You can really do it. Remember, there is no harm in trying. We will practice more. Another passage for citing textual evidences is from Evan Birch about sign of addiction. There was a report troubling problems when teens were going out without phones. A study was conducted among these students that they were not allowed to use phones and electronic media for 24 hours. And you know what? The result was that 1 in 5 people experience changes in their bodies and emotions, which are possible signs of addiction. Have you tried, class? I hope you didn't have the same experience. There are technology signs of addiction. You can also try to evaluate yourselves if you want so that you will know if you are addicted to gadgets. 1, thinking that your phone ring or vibrate even you don't have your phones with you. Number 2, you don't feel at ease or comfortable. You become worried and lonely without your gadgets as if you are always alone. Number 3, you are craving for or wanting it for yourselves every second of your life to check who send you messages. Number 4, as if there is a butterfly in your stomach because you are not feeling well. And the last one, you are mentally disturbed or restless and cannot stand and sit still. Kindly watch this video about danger in having phones while you are on your bed.
Why should you never use your phone in bed? Using a mobile phone is an addiction nowadays. Every generation, either children, teenagers, or older, are fond of using phones at night as a last thing, and in the morning as a first thing. No one wants to miss any gossip, trends, or urgent meetings or emails, but have you ever thought that maybe getting attached to your phone like this can affect your body in more than one way? Nowadays, it's a common practice to show poems and cartoons to make your child sleep. This is wrong. It stops development of their brain, affects the sleep quantity and quality both, and due to radiations, they have a greater chance of getting health issues. Not only children, but adolescents also have the habit to chat, socialize, and surf before going to bed. According to a study, using a phone before bed can suppress melatonin, a hormone which helps in signaling the brain that it's time for sleep. It is helpful in sleep cycles. Within years, your body adapts to the changing of light by the warm red light of a sunset, which means that the body needs to sleep, while the bright blue light of the morning is a sign that the body needs to wake up. The blue light emitting from phones, laptops, and tablets mimics daylight and suppresses the production of melatonin. Reducing melatonin makes it harder to fall asleep. Instead of melatonin, your body starts to produce cortisol, which is responsible for waking you up. This results in less sleep, making everyone a night owl. That means it takes us longer to fall asleep, and many years of delaying sleep can mess with our internal body clocks. Sleep is very important for everybody when it comes to work, study, and chores. If you aren't getting proper sleep, your whole day is going to be less focused, less energized, and lazy. Many years of having sleep-deprived routines can lead to diseases like obesity, diabetes, etc. because during the day, neurotoxins are built up which are supposed to get cleaned out at night by having a great sleep. If your circadian system is disturbed, you are going to have a lifetime of issues. If you are a web surfer and it's your habit to scroll every social media app before sleep or check your email, you are triggering your brain to stay awake. Using technology before bed can trick your brain that it needs to stay awake and can make it hard to relax and settle into slumber. To make sure technology isn't harming your slumber, get yourself at least 30 minutes without any gadget before going to bed. It can help you sleep faster. Technology is supposed to make your life easier, but using it before bed is getting you in trouble. It delays REM sleep, deeper levels of sleep, leaving you staring at walls. You have university in the morning, but you aren't able to sleep, just because you have scrolled on your phone, thinking of an upcoming project, replying to friends, or making stories in your head of fantasies you just saw on social media. All of this increases anxiety, doubting your emotions and thinking, leading to released stress hormone cortisol. Your body got into a fight or flight response, and cortisol is released in your adrenal gland to combat these invisible midnight stresses. Many of us have a bad habit of keeping a mobile phone just beside our pillow. Not only are its radiations harmful, but the beep of a notification, late night messages, or calls can disturb your sleep. You should place your phone far from you while sleeping. We all love socializing, but do it in a way that can't harm your health. So, do you know anyone who is always using their phone? Show them this video and tag them in the comment box below.
See, students, how dangerous or harmful to be addicted on gadgets. And I want you to spend some of your time in outdoor activities to enhance your mental and physical aspects. Have limitations. You must take care of your health because remember, our body is the temple of God. Thanks for watching. At this time, you will work with someone in your home. Then accomplish this graphic organizer below or on the slide. From the question, what are warning signs of possible addiction to the phones and other electronic media? For column 1, you have to state your idea from the text. Then column 2, cite evidences from the text. And the last column is for you to give your own explanation as your supporting ideas. Example, statement, technology addiction is dangerous to your health, can cause serious mental and physical illnesses. Citing from the text based on the given 5 signs of technology addiction found in the text and how it affects the mental and physical aspects of people using it. And then, for explanation, distract the mind's feeling of anxiety, strong cravings to use phones, lack of sleep and eat, or too much exposure to radiation can cause dizziness. Body becomes really weak. It's time for you to do this activity. Just have fun in doing it. I think it is easy because you can relate it in your real life situation. At this time, you're going to complete this journal to know that you have learned some supplementing and necessary information from that lesson. Example, I have learned that citing textual evidence is an important skill to learn in order to give facts and develop comprehension, gather ideas to support explanation and analysis. The following are effective tips in citing evidences. I have here 2 only out of 5. First is read the text thoroughly. Second, answer question from prior knowledge and connect to the present one. How about you, class? What are your learnings from this topic? You can write it in your journal. Thank you for doing it. We'll now proceed to our assessment. We have 7 questions for you to answer, and I will read it once, then you choose the letter only. Shall we start? The original words of something written, printed, or spoken in contrast to summary or paraphrase is A. Proof, B. Evidence, C. Text. Number 2, it is something that gives a sign or proof of the existence or truth of something. Is it A. Proof, B. Evidence, or C. Text? Number 3, citing textual evidence means A. Summarizing, B. Decoding, C. Citing proof in reading. Number 4, which is true about citing textual evidence? A. It encourages high level of thinking. B. It enhances students' critical thinking, and C. Both A and B. For number 5, which of the following is not an effective way of citing evidence? A. Make an immediate claim based on your own opinion. B. Explain your answer with evidence by paraphrasing or direct quoting. And C. Reading the text thoroughly. Number 6. Which of the following is the advantage of explaining your answer with evidence by paraphrasing or direct quoting? A. This will help you translate information into your own words, which will somehow help you understand better and remember well the information. B. It provides extra support to the reader's thinking process. And C. It helps readers hear words that they may not have understood or read correctly. For number 7, which of the following is the advantage of answering the question using prior knowledge? A. This will help you translate information into your own words, which will somehow help you understand better and remember well the information. B. It provides extra support to the reader's thinking process. And C. It helps readers hear words that they may not have understood or read correctly. Shall we check your answers? Okay, let's check your answers. Number 1, from the original words of something, the answer is letter C, text. Number 2, it is something that gives a sign or proof. The answer? Yes, letter B, evidence. Number 3, citing textual evidence means letter C, correct. Number 4, which is true about citing textual evidence? The answer is letter yes, C, both A and B. For number 5, not an effective way of citing evidence. Your answer? Yes, letter A, make an immediate claim based on your own words. For number 6, Advantage of explaining your answer with evidence by paraphrasing. Yes, letter A. This will help you translate information into your own words, which will somehow help you understand better and remember well the information. Last number. Advantage of answering the question using prior knowledge. Letter B. It provides extra support to readers' thinking process. Who got perfect? Congratulations! We are not yet done, class. To add more, you know, students, that not only in text and images you can cite evidences, you can also do it through character analysis text. I want you to choose someone you like or love, a special someone in your life. Then think for 3 traits or attitude that you can describe him or her. Example, I chose Jesus as my character, and my 3 traits are protector, forgiving, and compassionate. Next is for you to do the next activity after choosing a special someone in your life and for preparing the 3 traits that you can describe to him or her. We'll now proceed to activity 2. It is all about writing citations. Citation is to give tribute or commendation. You can use dialogues or favorite lines, quotes, or you can also make your own statements. Like this. Since Jesus is compassionate and forgiving, I chose a line from a song, He gave His life for mine. Then, Jesus is my protector. Another lyric from the song, Jesus is my captain, I shall not be moved. Okay, class, you can make your own citations, and I know those chosen persons will really be happy for those words that you described them, and they will be thankful for having you in their lives. Thanks for doing it. Congratulations for the job well done and for actively participating in our activities. Don't forget what you have learned about this special skill, citing textual evidence. Again, citing textual evidence can be done from text, image, and character analysis text. Before ending this session, I would like to share to you these passages from a Facebook post. This is all about lockdown. Lockdown is a time to L. Listen to God's voice and reflect. Let go and let God. O. Obey His word and His teachings. C. Call on Jesus' name and be calm. K. Know what is the purpose of all of this. D. Dwell in His presence. Don't panic. O. Offer a prayer for everyone's safety. W. Wait and be patient. These too will pass. And nurture our personal relationship with Him. Lockdown, calm down. Otherwise, you'll be barred down. God is looking down. Go down and kneel down to Him. Castle your worries down. He will call you down and He will never let you down. We'll end up this class with a closing prayer, thanking God for His presence throughout our session.
The Lord's my shepherd, I'll not want. He makes me lie in pastures wanders. His goodness restores my soul.
He guides my way in righteousness, and He anoints my head with oil, and my cup it overflows with joy. I feast on His pure delight.
And though I walk the darkest
The
path,
darkest
I will
path,
not
I
fear
will not
the
fear
evil one, for you are with me, and your rod and staff are comfort I need to know. And I will trust in you alone. Yes, I will trust in you alone. For your endless mercy follows me. Your goodness will lead me
You lead me
Amen. Once again, thank you, students, for being with me. I am so blessed spending time with you. This is Teacher Lynden Mancera. Keep safe, God bless, and mabuhay.